What is going on, everybody? Back on it. One Piece 480. I think. Wow, we're actually slowly creeping up on the 400. So wild, because like I see the episodes here, right? You guys can see like the rows and columns I'm looking at. Yeah, that's a lot of episodes, but it's like, man, you know, that's a decent bit we cranked up, bro. I've been doing at this for years, and I've got years to go. Crazy, but we're at 480, slowly approaching 500. We've got the showdown that I've been wondering if they were going to give us. Are we recording? Yeah, the showdown I've been wondering if they were going to give us, the Garp versus Luffy. Now I'm curious if this is going to mimic how it went in the live action, because I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're either past where I'm at on the anime, like or maybe you're fully caught up, but regardless, you're past where I'm at, and you've probably watched the live action. So spoilers if you haven't seen the live action. Garp is heavily involved, and we get to a point where there's a standoff between them. And Garp's like up there, big bad, barking like, Luffy, you're gonna stop doing this, blah blah blah, XYZ, yada yada yada. And then it gets to a point where they're squaring off, and Garp finally, like, okay, he stops the act. You know, he finally calms down. He wants Luffy to, like, you know, join the Marine, do all the same thing, you know, he's been saying. And he finally cracks and like lets Luffy do what he's gonna do, choose his own path, you know, all those type of things. I love his character more in the anime than I did the live action, that's for sure. I feel like Garp's character was just chopped up in the live action. Much more aggressive. He's not as like carefree, giggle in the live action as he is here. But we do get to a point where it's like the two of them actually like squaring up, like we're getting here. So I'm curious if we're going to mimic that to where, I mean, they're essentially both playing well, they're not both playing a game of chicken, but if you want to categorize it as such, it's essentially between the two of them who blinks first. But the thing is here, though, this isn't for like giggles for Luffy. Like, there's no reason for Luffy to not call the bluff or to not attempt to try to get past him, because there's a life on the line. Ace's life is on the line. It's not like they're doing like a training montage, or it's a tournament arc, or, you know, something like that, where it's like, okay, final level, Luffy has to get past Garp. And it's like, okay, there's no real, like, there's motivation, but like, it's not life or death for Luffy to have to get past him, you know? I don't think there could be a more, I don't think at any point in the story that there's a single character in the entire story, Straw Hat or not, that Luffy would try harder for to get through Garp than Ace, you know? I don't think Dragon, he doesn't even have a relationship with his father, to my knowledge. His mother, if he even had one. Maybe Garp? Maybe Garp would be the only other person that Luffy would go this hard for. I mean, of course, he'd go hard for his crewmates and everything like that. But there's been a level of motivation and a level of, like, he put finding his crew on standby to go save this man's life. I don't think there's a bigger motivation for Luffy to want to get past Garp than there couldn't be a single other character in the entire story that he would go this length. Now, he'd go this length for his friends, but I think it's just cranked up a dial to get to Ace. So I'm curious if it's going to mimic that. I would assume if anybody blinks here, if anybody flinches, it's going to be Garp. Now, I think Garp will try and show an effort and give it his best, but is he actually going to, like, fatally harm his grandson, fatally harm Luffy? Would he dare even think to kill him? Absolutely not. I don't think so. Do I think Luffy would go rob Lucci on this man? And go Gear 2, Gear 3 mixed in, pop, doing it? Like, I'm talking, it really, like, maybe give Garp long-lasting physical effects to get past him. He wouldn't want to. He definitely wouldn't want to, but I think he would. I think he would. Would he give him the Bellamy treatment of being dead-ass serious? If he had to? If they were about to execute him again, I think they would. So that was last episode. It was plot convenient that he somehow was able to like skip down this yellow brick road right up to Ace's doorstep. I don't really think it makes any sense how he was able to get up there like that, but what are you gonna do? Then we got Whitebeard, who's literally on death's door in my opinion. I don't know if we're actually gonna see Kizaru and Whitebeard actually throw hands. I also think Okuji and Tsukazaki are unaccounted for, and not unaccounted for like, oh my god, you know, where are they? But like, there's nobody that currently could get in their way on Whitebeard's side right now. If someone can't get that handcuff off Marco and someone can't get Juzo unfrozen, what prevents them from blinking up here and assisting Garp, or blinking up here if Garp folds, you know? So we got that going. Then the other question I asked was, if we don't happen to have a third backup pair of executioners, which is, I thought it was interesting that they even had a second pair. Who's doing this? Who's pulling the trigger, essentially? Goku, are you going to do it as Fleet Admiral, leader of the entire Marines? Are you going to do it? Do you have that in you? Doflamingo would probably do it. Tsukazaki would do it. And those are like the only three I see off the top of my head that could be in consideration. If anybody else was to do it, it could be a complete wild card to me. Like, holy shit, I did not see that coming. Garp was maybe a wild card choice. Not sure. Also, I'm going out of town this week, so I'm cranking out these videos back to back to back. So you guys won't even see Tuesday's video. I'll have already recorded Thursdays. I'm getting the entire week recorded, so might be repeating a lot of questions. This entire week is going to be recorded before Monday even gets here. I'll be back in town Sunday the 14th, leaving on the 10th. So I'll be out there. So I'm trying to get everything recorded. The only thing we'll be missing is the My Hero episode that comes out. That'll be delayed. But besides that, Patreon members, you'll get everything. You'll get the Vagabond, the 3 One Piece in a row, Vagabond again, JoJo's, and you. The whole week should be fine. I just probably won't be able to respond to the comments as quickly as we usually would like to. But you get a vacation once every year and a half or so. You got to take it, you know. So let's see who blinks first here. My money's on Garp. See what happens. See what happens. What does Goku do? What is it he actually does here? And he's looking dead at Garp too, as Or's lifeless body is just there. Coby should never even stepped out there. Kobe's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. The power gap between those two has always been monstrous, but it's like Coby wanted to become an admiral, right? If we wanted to say Luffy is 10 levels stronger than Coby, just a random number, what are the admirals level stronger than Coby? 50? If we say Luffy's 10 levels stronger than Coby, he's got to be 50 levels away from an admiral. And Luffy's probably 30 levels away from an admiral, to be honest. Or even more. Oh god. She's really out here. If she could turn all of them to fight for us instead of just turning them to stone, that'd be awesome. We don't know what she's doing. I'm surprised no one has stepped to her yet. I'm surprised no one has stepped to her. Why are they doing this chest shot? Garp is her grandfather too? Oh. Okay, I was like, what triple level Monkey D storyline is she about to be connected to? But alright, they've given Boa's character has now just become slap comedy at this point. So that's unfortunate. First person we know that has full in her prime Conqueror's Haki that's been on screen. And they've just turned her into a gag character at this point. Yes, Shanks is maybe in his prime. Is the man that's missing an arm in his prime? Would you call that prime? But who knows? Ah, we're getting the flashback here. Yeah, I think this is going to go similar to the live action. I think Garp is going to blink first here and realize he can't do it. He's just going to realize he can't do it. He can't hurt Luffy. He can't hurt Ace. He doesn't want to be involved in the situation at all. But then... why do these monkeys have hands? But then, so what does that do to him? He's been given an order, and he's here, and he stepped up, and he fails. Jesus, why are they so quick? Yeah, it's giving me live action feels. Yep, he's like, you gotta, yep. He's like, I want to become a pirate. Yep. Hit him on the head again. I want to know if he has a devil's fruit. I want to see him bust it out here, but we haven't seen it if he does. Garp's gonna fold. This man's gonna fold. Okay, another flashback. Hold on now. Giving us 2 flashbacks 5 seconds apart from each other. Yeah, this is the same thing, because didn't we see them on a shore by the ocean, and Garp was in that like his Tommy Bahama Hawaiian vacation shirt? Eh? He's gonna become the pirate. Yeah, Garp's not gonna be able to do it. He's gonna fold. The man's gonna fold, bro. He's gonna fold. He can't do it. He can't do it. And I think another thing, too, is why he doesn't want Luffy and Ace to become pirates. Granted, you know, they could just pirates end up executed in jail. Is like, could you imagine if you have to be one to arrest them? If you have to sit there and watch them be executed? If you have to capture them and knowing that you capturing them led to them be executed? Like, why would you want to live that down? So that you add that to it as well. It's like, yes, he doesn't want the pirate lifestyle for them, because, like, how many pirates has he thrown away in jail or captured, or how many pirates that he's captured have got killed or executed because of him, you know? And could you imagine if he had to do that one day? And that day is right here. One of them literally is up for execution. If there's a chance that like all goes to shit here, Luffy could get captured and his ass, I might want to execute his ass too. They do not want to deal with him fully conquered up. He's already a thorn in the Navy's side. Let him get full mastery of that Conqueror's Haki. Jesus. You're gonna have another issue like this with him 5-10 years from now, where you probably go all out war again, huh? But this time instead of Whitebeard leading it, it's him. Yeah, there's no way he can do this. He can't do it. Alright, that was the 3rd flashback. You think we get another one? He says he's not going to have any mercy on him. Let's see. An enemy? Yeah. Yeah. They keep panning to Goku's bitch ass. Yeah, I don't know what to make of Goku's character, to be honest. I can't tell if I like him. I can't tell if I dislike him. He's done nothing out of his job description. Oh shit. That makes me feel like I should hate him. You know, he's Fleet Admiral. He's just doing his job. So what you want me to, like, I can't fault him for. It's like Okaji. Like, man's just doing what that's his occupation. What you want to do? Garp can't do it. Then imagine the rumors getting spread that like, oh my god, Straw Hat Luffy took down Garp. Crazy. It would be crazy. He froze, he froze, he froze, he froze. He froze. Yeah. Everybody's gonna see this too. Word's gonna spread across the land that Straw Hat Luffy, the one that toppled Ennis Lobby, the one that broke into Impel Down and came back out, also took out Garp. Garp didn't try, though. Garp didn't try. He didn't try. I don't think Luffy does not make it past him, by the way. He just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Yeah, he just couldn't do it, and I mean, that's what you figured. He froze. What do you want me to do? We knew that. We knew that. Again, like, if you put Garp there, if you put any of the admirals there, if you put a handful of the vice admirals, like, Luffy's just not making it past them if they fully try, so, like... And Garp didn't try. Garp did not try. He got up there and said, you gotta get past me. Didn't even hit him once. I really wanted to see Garp go all out, though. I wonder if we'll get that in a flashback or a representation of his Devil's Fruit or whatever level hockey he has. I hope we'll see that one day. Are you two just hanging out, taking a breather together, or what? What's happening here, you two? And how was he able to stop Kizaru from phasing when he was like already fully in light form? Did he just hit him with hockey? See, because right there... Oh, shit. Right there, it didn't do any... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the physics of the Logia mixed with hockey, mixed with what is and what isn't. Well, Goku? You're the last one left. You gonna do something or not? I would love to see those handcuffs broken off just to see Ace, like, go crazy with some fire. I'd love to see it. But supposedly, I don't even know if Luffy's weak ass could break those handcuffs. This man has been screaming Ace's name for like 70 episodes, and he finally got to him. Imagine he just gets stabbed right now. Just straight up decapitated. Oh, God. The way that they were sitting there smiling at each other, I thought someone was about to stab Ace through the back. Like I said, I've given you my 3 nominees. Goku, Doflamingo, or... Goku, Doflamingo, or... Tsukazaki, which I don't even think I'm saying his name right. Goku, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, buddy? You can't let him get those handcuffs off, by the way. You cannot. Is he turning Super Saiyan? What's happening here? Did the bird just fly off his head? Guys? Guys? You guys don't see the sun forming behind you? This, Netero statue? What? Bro, just get one of those cuffs off. What is this golden Buddha? What is happening? Okay, so he's definitely got a Devil's Fruit. Yo, Luffy. Luffy, take them cuffs off, buddy. What? I told you they want to kill Luffy too. There's no way that he gets that key sniped out like that. The plot, the storytellers, the interns that are coming up with the story are going crazy right now. I knew it, 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 I knew it. There was something creepy about that small... Let him make a key. Just let him make a key. He's going gear 3. 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 Whoa. Yo, while you're stuck in that candle wall, fix me a candle key, you piece of shit. And take the cuffs off. Yeah, he couldn't absorb that, could he? No, he couldn't. Hey, just create more chaos. Honestly. People can't see exactly where Ace is. Does he have his cuffs on? Like, what's happening? Oh my god, now he's small. I don't think, there's no way. They're drawing this, like, key shit out so much. I don't think they're gonna get those cuffs off him. I cannot believe Luffy was, like, perfectly trying to place that inside the cuffs, and that shit gets sniped. Is Mr. 3 mentally okay? Why the fuck is he making things that aren't a key? Shit. Oh, they're showing us how he switched out? Okay, okay. I was about to say, you guys have a third backup execution squad? How often do you have to go through these executioners? Jeez Louise. For a second there, I thought that was going to be Bon Clay, and then at that point, we had to take a week off from the story, because you got to explain to me how this man's able to continue to keep doing what he's been doing. You know what I would love? And I mean absolutely love. It's not going to happen. Magellan just like bust up here on the scene, right? And just starts fucking flooding the place in poison. And then Sakazuki like puts his molten out there too. So it's like burning up the poison at the same time, and it's just going into this crazy fume of poison. Oh my god. I mean, you'd have to end the story. There'd be nothing that anybody could do. Just be a wrap. I think that's why you purposely do not, I mean, just from a storytelling purposes, you can't have there's no way you could have Magellan be a part of this. It'd be too busted. First of all, it already is too busted. But yeah. This still doesn't answer the question, who opened the gate for us, though? Still doesn't answer that question. I knew there was something, they spent way too much time on that other guard. Oh my god, did he just kill this dude? I think he just suffocated him to death. Bro, he can't breathe in there. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we knew that there had to be something to that. Had to be. Had to be. That was way too suspicious. Now, if he can really get a key in there, then hats off to you, buddy. Now, do they really get it falling through the air, key in the hole? Maybe episode will end with like cuffs coming off. Me? Don't throw... Look at Goku looking jacked as shit. I just would love the episode to end to see the cuffs off of him so badly, but that's just not real life. Just imagine the whole place starts going up in flames. Oh man. Oh man. This episode has also felt like a 2-hour movie. There's been no like deep breath part, minus the flashbacks, but I feel like the flashbacks were decent too. Okay, well them saying he can't use his powers because of the handcuffs already tells me that we got the handcuffs off. Oh my god. That's pretty fucking busted. It's gonna be crazy. Game on. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. That is actually helps a lot. Animation change went crazy right there. This is going too good though. It's going too good. Way too good. Make sure y'all grab Mr. 3. Okay. I was about to say. That's a crazy shot. You guys still have to get out. I still don't believe it, by the way. Yeah, I don't believe it. plot went crazy. This is going way too good, in my opinion. Someone's getting killed here in like the next episode. Ace or Whitebeard. Somebody's going down. Someone's going down. I don't know who it is. I don't know who's gonna do it, but that was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the better episodes we've had from start to finish in a while. I should have been able to piece together that was gonna be Mr. 3 when Buggy said that they couldn't find him. Oh man. Look at the animation switch up. Alright. Solid episode. We've been dragging here. I don't necessarily agree with how we got from point A to point B to point C. But the handcuffs have come off. Now, they've gotten to him, right? It's not like this is a tournament or a race. It's like first to get Ace out of the handcuff wins. They still have to get out. And they've given up so much to get in that they still have to get out. And like I said, a full victory to me means Ace and Whitebeard make it out of here alive. And I don't think that happens. I think, if anything, one of them makes it out. My money would be on Ace, simply because Whitebeard's old, he has a condition, he's got a hole in... The story is asking Whitebeard to die. They're asking him to sacrifice himself here, you know? But I could see either one of them dying. Well, here's the thing. I see Whitebeard dying for sure. This is just classic storytelling, and I could see him like sacrificing, like giving one good quake, one good roar from his prime Conqueror's hockey, just straight almighty push, like one good last, like holy shit, that's the king of the pirates. That's prime Whitebeard. Like he's king of the seas. Like showing what his like deep down true potential is in his prime. He gives out like one more of those, whether that's in a crazy quake that fucks up everybody, I'm saying admirals included, or one good Conqueror's hockey that even puts like Mihawk and Doflamingo on their asses. Like he gives one more juice push and then they escape, and then of course he doesn't have anything left to join them. The admirals jump him and take his ass out. You know, some like, you know, use this, you guys are the new era, gives it all for Luffy and Ace for them to get out. Like I could see him maybe doing something like that. But he's done. Whitebeard's not making it out of this. The story has written it so that he's not surviving this. Now how he goes out, again, does he go out like I described, like one final push? Or does he just kind of go out, he sees that Ace has been broken out, and like he kind of lets his guard down and someone comes and like takes his head off? Curious to see how he goes out. But my money's not on Ace making it out of here either. Because to me, like I said, it hasn't looked good, and I don't know how they get out of this. And just because they've released Ace, I still don't know how they get out of this. Everybody else is still beat to shit, right? Ace couldn't even deal with Blackbeard. So if you're telling me Blackbeard is stronger than the three admirals out there, I don't think would anybody say. Well, I mean, of course you guys know more at this point, but when you were watching up to episode 480, were we saying that Blackbeard was stronger than the three admirals? I think the answer to that question is no. So if that's the case, how do we just expect, essentially just Luffy, essentially just Ace to get out of here? Marco is not in good shape, and he's got a handcuff on him. Juzo's frozen. Like I said, Whitebeard's down to one knee. So it's like you gave up so much to get Ace. Now what's the return? Like, how do we get back out? You got a plan for that? There was no plan to get in. So what's the plan to get out? Because I don't see Ace ripping through everything that took everything we had to get through in the first place. I don't see him getting past the three admirals. I don't see him getting past him. So the three of them at the same time too, by the way. I don't see them getting past him. I don't see him getting past Mihawk. You add in Doflamingo. You sprinkle in a couple of the others. Just he's the like the freshest one that we got. I don't see him getting us out of there. So it's a cool story though. But if I had to bet money, how do I think it goes? I think they both die. I think, well, maybe they both. Whitebeard's dying, so you can just put that on the chessboard, on the bingo board. Whitebeard's dying. Just put that out there. Ace's fate is the interesting question of like, I see him dying or being recaptured again. Those are the two. I do not see a world where Ace and Luffy get out of here. Like, I'm talking fully out of here. And the only way I see that is, like I said, Whitebeard's got some crazy, like, one final, like, in his prime, hockey, almighty Nagato 6 Paths of Pain push to where he puts everybody on their ass. Like, even Okuji and the other admirals are, like, startled because of the hockey. He just, like, everyone's sitting there drowsy and shit. He's putting the quakes the whole area. Like, if he does something like that, that's the only way I can see them getting out. And even then, I feel like that's asking a lot. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's pretty cool. Everything just went, like, so convenient. But the payoff of it is kind of cool. So, you kind of, like, turn a blind eye to it a little bit. But seeing Ace bust out with the flames is pretty cool. It makes up for, like, the... I don't want to say corniness of it all. But it makes up for the convenience of Luffy getting to skip down the yellow brick road all the way up there, one-shotting Garp, breaking free, Mr. 3 being there, making us a key that he throws as we're falling, and he unlocks him in time before we fall and snap our necks and all those type of things. Oh, and then the last thing is Goku. So we saw Goku there. What the hell is that? So he turned into this like golden boot. Like, so what does that even mean? Did he eat like a religious fruit or a Buddha fruit? Like, what does that mean? Like, I would be curious of the description of that devil's fruit. Like, it just turns him into a golden statue Buddha. Like, that's it. Like, what are the I need the My Hero Academia like title screen that comes across characters and their quirks. I need a breakdown of whatever the hell that is. Because I'm really confused. I'm like, okay, so say he ate the Buddha fruit. What does that mean? Does he like transcend? Does he not die? Like what? That's a head scratcher. Does it just turn him into a golden statue? Like I don't know. I couldn't even begin to tell you what that represents or what that's supposed to be. But yeah, so we've broken out. And like I said, now that he's broken out, I'd be curious. Do you think the two of them can burn each other? Could Luffy burn Tsukazaki, and could Tsukazaki burn, burn Ace? Can you be affected by similar elemental quirks? Elemental Devil's Fruit if you're also like a Logia as well? Could they burn each other? I don't know. Yeah, interesting episode though. Pretty solid stuff. We'll go ahead and leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always...